The U.S. midterm elections are just around the corner, and the number one issue, the economy. Our senior business correspondent, Amanda Lang, has a particular angle on this story tonight. Amanda, what have you got?
Peter, I had the hardship assignment of going to Las Vegas. Nevada is a battleground state and one of the hardest hit economically. We'll show you how people there are coping. That's coming up.
Las Vegas, it's a city of glitz and gambling, but it's also a city devastated by the economic recession. Unemployment is soaring while real estate values have plummeted. And those issues are front and center with the U.S. midterm elections just a week away. So tonight and tomorrow on The National, we're taking a look at the shaky U.S. economy and repercussions for Canada. We start with Amanda Lang, just back from Sin City, where she met with people struggling to stay afloat.
Peter, we know the numbers. 15% unemployment, tens of thousands of foreclosed homes. From one of the most high-flying economies in the States, Nevada has been devastated. So we went to Las Vegas to meet some of the people actually living through the downturn.
Please save us, Las Vegas, this can't be the end. I think we got enough for one more bet. Tomorrow we can start trying to forget.
When most people think of Vegas, this is what they're thinking of: the Strip, the casinos, the hotels. And under these flashing lights, it hardly looks like a downturn at all. But we came here to find out what the reality is in the light of day. Nevada's housing crisis has come to epitomize the American housing bubble. The for sale signs are like a forest of heartache. To understand it better, we wanted to meet firsthand some of the people living through this crisis and find out what they need to do to make it back from the brink. We've come to Henderson, Nevada. This is one of, we're told, the hardest hit neighborhoods in the state, which is saying a lot. A lot of these homes are what they call upside down, well below the purchase price. And we're meeting a couple who own their own business, haven't defaulted, but they're afraid of it, trying to renegotiate their mortgage, and frankly seem exactly like the kind of borrower a bank would want.
My business has dropped, and I've had a business for 30 years. It's dropped considerably, so it's hurt us financially.
Juanita and Jim Matz tell us what they need is pretty simple: their bank's attention.
Ready?
They don't want to default on their mortgage, but may if it's not renegotiated. So far, they aren't getting much more than the runaround. Do you feel as though the bank is helping you on your side?
No, they're not on our side. I think they're working, you know, they have investors and they're worried about them, and they really don't care. And it's stressful to know what the right thing to do is. It's like these roles have all changed and we don't know how to play the game. You know, we always knew you just moved up the ladder, bought another home, got a bigger home. And this was actually a downscale for us.
We are going to restore the American dream, the Vegas dream, the Nevada dream.
The week we come to Vegas, so does this guy, promising to bring back the dream. But instead of turning to him, a lot of people are trying to learn to help themselves. We came to a legal aid clinic on foreclosures here at the University of Nevada. Foreclosures are happening so often here that this class is now held weekly and it's jammed. We're not allowed to show you the class itself. The people here are under great stress. Some of them are just embarrassed to be in it. But they share a common goal: use the system, possibly through mediation, and find a way to reduce their payments and stay in their home. We meet Connie Slaughter in the class, and she invites us home. Connie hopes that it will help in her mediation fight in a couple of weeks' time. Connie, how much of your problems has to do with what happened to the economy, with the credit crisis?
A lot, because once they start cutting off your income and you can't get another job, and you already have a degree, something's wrong with that picture. You think because you're working with the bank, you don't have to worry about it. If they tell you you're not in jeopardy of foreclosure, they should know. They hold your loan. But the fact of the matter is, they're just as bad as a scam, as far as I'm concerned.
Whatever those stolen moments took from us,
all of these neighborhoods, there are dozens of homes for sale, and that doesn't even count the ones that are in foreclosure that don't have signs up. Hi.
How are you? I'm Eric Hakens.
The Real Estate King?
That's it.
You going to show me around?
Of course.
All right. All those houses on the market means volumes of sale are way up. That's an opportunity for real estate agents like Hakens and for some buyers.
There's 14 homes for sale in this neighborhood. There are currently 4 foreclosures and 10 short sale listings. This year alone is only second to the highest boom in sales we've had in history. I think that was back in 2004. This home is currently an REO property, which is a real estate owned property, which is bank owned.
What kind of deal is this? It's sort of 130,000.
Well, right now this house is being asking price is 145,000.
One thing we find in Nevada, there is still some judgment passed on people who brought financial disaster on themselves.
Some people, when the market went crazy, they took out, loans and stuff that, anticipating the market was never going to fall, taking out money that they probably shouldn't have and spent it on things, and then when the market fell out, which nobody anticipated, well, now we're left with a huge mortgage, not enough money to pay for it.
It's interesting, you really see people on both sides of it sort of coming and going, right?
Correct.
People who are going through one of the worst things they're ever going to go through, and then people who may be getting the best opportunity they may ever get.
Exactly.
We're going to see Harold Brown, who's a draftsman who's been out of work for 2 years. His employment obviously tied to the construction industry. His unemployment benefits run out next month.
Estimated sale price is $99,000.
Harold and Liberty Brown are doing whatever it takes to make it through the recession. He may be a draftsman, but he's trying his hand at real estate. Friends and family in the Philippines, smelling a deal, have asked them to look into investment properties in Nevada. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good, good to meet you.
Good to meet you too. It works just like a regular clock. The only thing I changed was the design of the numbers.
And how are they selling?
I've sold 5 already so far.
Brown is also starting a business selling clocks he has designed himself. He tells us he hopes not to have to rely on real estate at all. So do you feel as though things are going to take a turn for the better in terms of the economy and jobs?
Oh, definitely. No, it always goes up and down. That's a cycle.
Please save us, Las Vegas, say it's not the end. We ought to give it one more try.
The stories are as individual as the people, but the common thread is an economy that went from boom to bust and took people's dreams with it. Of course, in Canada, we're relatively insulated from the kind of pain that we saw here. There are, though, ways our economy could be hurt by a weak U.S. economy, and here are 3 key ones, courtesy of Derek Burleton at TD Bank. Well, let's start with that horribly weak real estate market. If that keeps the U.S. consumer down, if consumers aren't buying, our export economy is sure to suffer in a big way. Second, a weak dollar policy. Now, the U.S. denies they have one, but they pursue it at the same time. That makes other currencies like ours stronger and, again, makes us less competitive in our most important market as our products just get pricier for them to buy. Third, the combination of a weak economy and a weak currency can create a lot of feelings of protectionism. We've seen hints of it. It is one thing that economists are watching really closely because there's a fear that this giant trading partner of ours will suddenly make its borders more closed to our goods and services and send us spiraling. Now, there are others, Peter, but those are considered to be the big 3 risks.